Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. A beautiful Saratoga day, as you see behind me. So it's a good day to do something inside. I'm going to be featuring Michael Myers animatronics on today's episode, including the one that's right in front of me, this Michael Myers Spirit Halloween animatronic from 2018. So we're going to start out with looking at the box here. The box is in somewhat decent condition. This was a Spirit Halloween exclusive. I refer to this as the Nicolas Cage Michael Myers because when you see his mask on, you'll know what I'm talking about. The price point for this originally was $259. I will be listing, there's a little bit of the Nicolas Cage resemblance. You can see there what I'm talking about. One thing I did when I had this displayed on my house was I put a mask over this and it improved the experience. So I will be listing this onto eBay here shortly, once I get all the shipping details figured out. These are the directions. We're going to be building this animatronic today. Let's see if there's a date. 2018, I was right. So I did not keep the head in this box due to the fact that he has not been built in a number of years. He's been between storage and my garage is where he has been. And if there's one thing I know that latex will rot, and to preserve it, it's best off if it's kept in an air-conditioned place. So that's why I have him inside the house. So this is D and E, slides into here. Step 3, insert the A and B pole into the base. A. And we're on to step 4, putting his shoes in the right spot. That brings us to step 5. Insert the E and F pole into the D and E pole. Step 6. B and C pole into the A and B pole. This is where we are at with our build. Up next, you're going to put F and G into the E and F pole. Okay, so his leg is slowly taking shape. Which brings us to step 8. Insert the C pole, part H, into the B and C pole. It's as simple as lining up C to C. There's C, there you go. There's C on this. All right, so now we're gonna take the coveralls and place the legs over. We're not gonna pull them up. That'll be another step. Up next, we're on to step 10. We're going to take the leg foam and get the legs built. See what I mean here? This has an opening right here where it should, whereas if it was on that side, it wouldn't fit quite right. So even though it says it's a right piece, it's somewhat mislabeled and misleading. You see left, this is not his actual left, this is left facing you, if that makes any sense. Step 11 is going to be to insert the torso frame with the control box into part C. And by snapping, that means that these things need to lock in like that, like that. Insert the prongs of the hip hoop into the prong holes located on either side. I'm assuming it goes through here like this, and then like this. So there's 3 Velcro loops That's what we're looking for on each leg foam. We're gonna hook those onto here. Those will just hook over like this. Just keep his legs in shape. Bringing us to step 14, which is right here, which is this part. This is part M, which is right here. Up next, we're going to insert the prongs of his shoulder into the prong holes. And this is going to cover some of the stuff in the front once we pull the coveralls up. Up next, we're going to take the chest foam and wrap it around his torso. And according to our directions, it is Velcro in the back. Right there, through here, on the top through here. And just looping it through. There it is. And we'll bring his little piece of fabric down. Now's when things are going to get hard. We're going to pull the coveralls up and over the shoulder. This would resemble step 17. Step 18 is going to be, we're going to pull the arms through the sleeves and attach them. And then to get these through, you need to be able to hook these on to here. But a problem I already foresee is that our top piece has fallen out. So the arm is in, but now this piece has come out of the top. We're going to reconnect it. We are moving right along. Once you build these for a while, you can get in the groove and kind of know how things are supposed to work. This is one of the worst, sorry to say, animatronics that I've built. Every time I build it, it's a pain in the neck. So whoever buys this animatronic, because I am going to be listing this on eBay, if anybody is interested in this animatronic, I would suggest build it and leave it built. Do not build it and take it apart and rebuild it unless you have a lot of free time on your hands. So this is where we're at. He's almost complete. Not sure how this head mold was ever approved by anybody because it's so goofy looking, even when I first built it. And to attach the head, I should say, it just needs to be put into that. So now the head's on. From far away, it doesn't look too bad. But the closer you get to it, the worse it looks. Like right now, it almost, in this light, it looks almost movie accurate to H2O. The closer you get to the details, the worse looking it becomes. Closing the garage door down because I don't want to disturb the neighbors. Then I'll turn this on. A few last minute things we're going to go over before we do. He has Velcro here on his hand. That Velcros to that. Up in the back side, this also Velcros on the back. I should say I already have the adapter plugged in here. As well as, let's get this last sleeve Velcroed on. Okay, so apparently there's no Velcro on this one, so just kidding. The last thing we're gonna do, I should mention, there's a sensor that is within him, and it goes through here. In this little hole here, I placed a sensor through there. That's gonna give him his movability. He's about ready to be turned on. I did have a little hiccup earlier. I had the wrong adapter ready for this video. I do now have the right adapter. I keep my stuff labeled just in case I need to know what goes with what. I have a lot of animatronics, so I want to keep them labeled, so I'll always be ready in case I decide to build something like this and know which adapter goes with him. I'm going to plug it in back here in the plug, and we'll see if it'll work. I tried a bunch of different cords earlier and it didn't work, so he might be dead. This is the right cord. There's no reason he shouldn't be working.
Michael Myers is fucking dead!
So unfortunately, this Michael Myers is
D-E-A-D!
And I'll be listing him on eBay regardless in this as-is condition. Yeah, it would have been nice to have him work for the video, but it just wasn't meant to be. So this guy will be thrown on eBay. I'll get a price and shipping up on him. He'll just be sold as a display piece, unfortunately, in not working condition. I don't know what the problem is. He was never used. He was never turned on, and it's just, I guess, a bad one that I got at Spirit. So that's unfortunate. Would have liked to have seen this guy in action, but just wasn't meant to be. Anyway, I want to wrap this video up. This has been the Halloween animatronics episode. I will see you guys next time. I'll take a really quick second here and tell everybody that I do have an eBay store. I'm selling a good amount of my collection right now. You can check out the link. It is on the screen, and that will be shipped personally from me.